In this video guide, I want to show you how you can turn a raster image into a scalable vector graphic or SVG format, and how you can export that and use that for creating a 3D model, or in this case we're using a logo, but you can use any other image that you have. So first of all, what we're using Inkscape to convert the raster image or pixel image into vector graphics, and then we are using Blender to modify it and extrude it in 3D. So we are using free and open source software to do all the operation. So let's start here in Inkscape. Now this is in Italian right now, but I'm gonna do the translation. It's gonna be real easy, so don't worry. I'm gonna create a new file, or Control N, so we can start together from scratch. I'm gonna close this here, and there's Inkscape, blank page. And if you're interested in Inkscape, you will find a course in the channel, or if you're interested in Blender, you will find courses and video guides for Blender. So right now we're just focusing on how we can import. I'm gonna go to File and go to Import, or you can press Ctrl I, and there you go. So you just need to select an image in pixels that you want to turn into vector graphics. So I'm gonna select this one here, which is a logo, and say open. Now if you work with black and white images is better if you want to do extrusions and like 3D logos, things like that, but in this case I want to show you something a little bit more complex, which is this image right here. So I'm going to open it. Now here you can say embed in the scene, and then you can get the DPI from the file and optimize quality right here and say OK. So you can see now I can move it. It's in the scene. Right click with your mouse and go to vectorize bitmap, or Shift Alt B, and there you go. You're gonna open this right side panel. Now you have some options here, but if you can test them, just select different types here. Auto trace is like an automatic tracing. Then you can adjust all these parameters, and you will see down here the preview. Now if you click this button down here, you can update the preview many times. When you're happy, you can say apply. Now what I'm using here is multicolor. Here I can change how many scans I want, how many colors, and if I want to stack them one on top of the other, if I want to remove the background, and so on. So just play around with this, and you know, you will get different results. Once you're happy, you can say OK and apply. And this is pixel art also. Now for this I'm gonna use multicolor here, and I can use colors or black and white, whatever. So you can try the ones, again, do different tests and see which one is better for you. Now I want to keep the number of columns to 3 for this, and then I'm going to do apply. Now I just select this and push it down. So this is the raster image here at the bottom, and this one here is the SVG or vector graphic image. Now to export this, you can just click with the left mouse button on top of that, and then we can say File and Export, or Shift Control E, and down here you can use the document, the page, the selection. I'm gonna use selection, and down here you can choose a different format. I've chosen SVG, and then click on Export button down here. So this is the part where we just turned a raster image into a vector graphics. Now how can we use it? Well, we can use it also right here, because if I zoom, you can see that, well, there are some adjustments you can do with the layers and things like that, or vectors, but essentially it doesn't lose quality. While if you use raster image and you zoom, you can see the pixels and it's gonna lose quality. This is the main difference in graphic design. And not only that, we can also use vector graphics for CAD or computer aided design or 3D software and so on. So in this case, I'm gonna use Blender. Now I'm just gonna create a new, and here I can change the language. So I'm just gonna go to interface and change this to English, and I'm gonna create a new file so we can start from the beginning. I'm gonna take this cube and delete it with the X key. I'm gonna delete this. Let's go to file and import, and we're gonna have SVG, not as grease pencil, but SVG plain here. There you go. I'm gonna go to the desktop, select the file that I've exported from Inkscape, and there you go. Now it's really small, so I can take everything and scale this up a little bit. And so this is the correct view, like that. Now we have more than one element, so you can see we also remove the background, and you can do that also with a PNG. You can remove the background and have a PNG without the background. So you can see we have this result. Now there are many ways we can use this. So if we go here in the curve options, and we can do fill mode both, go to geometry, and we can just extrude, and that's your extruded object. Otherwise, we can right click, convert this to mesh, and we can now try to fix this a little bit because it has a lot of faces. So we can try to simplify this, going into the edit mode, selecting all, and then go to mesh, go to cleanup, and you can try different cleanups. I'm gonna go to here to limited dissolve, so you can see it has done a fair cleanup, but we can still continue to clean. This is just to show you real quick a couple of techniques, but then you can also check the Blender video course if you're interested. And now I'm just gonna use the extrude right here, so I can extrude this region, and I can also bevel just a little bit and add some more details. You have extra options here, by the way, so if you want like something more rounded. So that's it. This is how you can actually turn a 2D graphic design into a 3D using Inkscape and Blender. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you did, please subscribe and check also our other video courses and video guides. And if you want to give us a little thank you, if you want to show us a little support, you can join the channel as a supporter. So thanks, and see you in the next video guide.